And so today, the feast of the Assumption, remembering Mary at the end of her life, taken up into heaven to be with God. Mary, she who was chosen by God to be the mother of God himself, of Jesus. Mary, who said yes to all that God asks of her. But today's reading, we hear part of when Mary is visiting her kinswoman Elizabeth. Elizabeth recognises, just before the part we heard, who Jesus is still in Mary's womb. And Mary praises God for all the wonderful things that have happened. Mary also praises God for showing mercy, for lifting up those who are poor and humble, filling those who are hungry with good things to eat, and sending the rich away empty-handed. Mary filled with joy because she realizes God's love can turn the world upside down. God does not think the rich and powerful, kings and queens, are the most important, but normal people. God did not choose a princess or a queen to give birth to Jesus, but a normal, poor, humble girl. So often in the world it feels like only those who are important or influential or rich or a footballer or all of the above count. Those who are richer get more rich. Those who are poor struggle more and more. But we hear in the Magnificat about God having a special concern for those who are poor, those who don't have enough to eat, those who are ignored, isolated, forgotten. And just as God loves and reaches out to those people, we are called to do the same, to reach out to those who are less fortunate, to those who struggle with life. What would the world be like if we were all living the Magnificat with every part of our being? What would the world be like if we were totally turning the norms of the world upside down in the words of the Magnificat? It reminds me of a song that was sung when I was at school. Jem, you'll probably recognise it. I'm not going to sing, don't worry. It's written in 1965, apparently. O Lord, all the world belongs to you, and you are always making all things new. What is wrong you forgive, and the new life you give is what's turning the world upside down. The world's only loving to its friends, but your way of loving never ends. Loving enemies too, and this loving with you is what's turning the world upside down. The world lives divided and apart. You draw men together, and we start in our friendship to see that in harmony we can be turning the world upside down. The world wants the wealth to live in state, but you show a new way to be great. Like a servant you came, and if we do the same, we'll be turning the world upside down. O Lord, all the world belongs to you, and you are always making all things new. Send your Spirit on all, in your church whom you call, to be turning the world upside down. I can't remember the last time I sang that song in church or school. It may well have been school, but the words sum up so much of the Magnificat and so much of what our response should be. And so may we do our part in living the Magnificat, by turning the norms of the world upside down. Amen.